Happy Moon Month! Hello everybody, my name is Ciara.
My name is Linda, and today we're going to be doing our top 5 OTPs from Teen Wolf.
We're going to say when we fell in love with our OTPs, why we fell in love with them, and our favourite scenes with them together.
And our first OTP is... Side note, any headphone users, please turn down your volume right now.
In 3, 2, 1...
Stydia! We are Stydia Trash. When we fell in love with Stydia.
Basically straight away.
Basically.
We've been Stydia Trash since the very beginning.
When Lydia didn't know who Sciles was.
Yes.
Why do we ship Stydia?
Isn't it obvious? They're everyone's favourite detective duo. They always work together and solve all the pack's problems. They make a great team.
They're the smart ones of the pack. They are underestimated by any foes that come across the pack, but as we know, they are just so much smarter than anyone gives them credit for.
We also love the development of their relationship, how they went from strangers and Stiles obsessing over Lydia with this like crush, and then they went to become friends, and now they're practically best friends, and possibly something more. We also love the whole idea that they have something that nobody else on the whole show has, and that's an unspoken connection, which Deaton told them they had in episode 311. And this explains why they can kind of sense when the other person isn't okay. For example, Lydia, whenever Stiles was having his MRI.
Ever since season 3 has happened, we feel that they have become basically each other's comfort blankets and rocks, and they just go to each other whenever they need it. And what was our favourite Stydia scene?
We had a really hard time deciding, so we kind of have a few.
A few.
Yeah.
Just a few.
One of our favourite moments between the two of them is in episode 212. It's when Lydia comes into Stiles' room and they're talking and they kind of end up arguing slightly and Stiles shouts at her. But he says that he would go out of his freaking mind if she ever died, and he explains how much she means to him.
Next scene that we absolutely love is when Stiles is having a panic attack in the locker room and Lydia is there and she just kisses him.
Just like that. Just like if somebody's having a panic attack, what would you do?
Try to calm them down, kiss them because they held their breath.
And did anybody see their faces? Not just Stiles, but Lydia's face after that? If anybody tries to tell me that she doesn't feel at least something for him.
Liar.
Possibly one of our favourite things about them is, technically, it's never been stated on the show. The fandom has a theory about a thing called the red string of fate. This happened in season 3 in an episode called Galvanized, where Lydia's wrapping a red string around her finger and Stiles is holding it too, and there's a ancient Japanese myth where it ties two people together. No matter how much the string stretches, it will never break and it will always bring the two back together. We noticed the red string features a lot in episodes after that. I don't know if you catched it, but keep your eye out for them.
And our last favourite scene, there's more than one, with Stydia, is all of episode 24 of season 3. That is all I have to say if you've seen the episode.
No explanation. We're hoping that we get to add another favourite scene from season 5. We're fingers crossed. So yeah.
This next OTP is canon, what was canon, and it makes us want to cry every time we hear the name.
Collison. Oh, our babies.
We do have differing opinions on this part, but when did we fall in love with Collison? I personally fell in love with Collison when Scott gave her the pen. In episode 1. In season 1.
It all started with a pen. And it ended with a pen! This is gonna sound strange because I love them so much. They're on the top 5 OTPs. But I didn't actually fall in love with Collison until the end of season 2 when they broke up. I know. That's because they were one of those couples who got together straight away, so it was kind of like you didn't have to wait for anything. They were kind of just always there, and you didn't really get to appreciate it until they broke up and you realized, oh my god, I actually love them so much. Can they get back together? So of course I waited the whole time through Alisac and Ciara, and then my heart just was shattered and I cried at 3 in the morning.
So why do we love Collison? They're adorable!
How can you
They were able to still remain friends even after they'd broken up. Just shows how strong that their relationship actually was. There were those adorable messages that they always left for each other on the cars when it'd be late and they'd have to blow on the window to get the message to see where to meet up. It was so cute.
And most importantly, they were each other's first loves, and unfortunately for Allison, it was her last love.
And our favourite scene of Scalison was
early in season 1 when they decided to ditch school for Allison's birthday, and they went to the woods, and it was so cute, and you could just see how good they were together, and she like jumped on his back on the bridge. They were the good days, when everything was simple and happy. This is really upsetting, so we're gonna move on to our next OTP.
This is the bro-TP of all of our OTPs.
Skiles! The ultimate ship to ever ship. So,
when did we fall in love with Skiles?
Or in other words, when did we become Skiles trash? Well, it was from the very, very beginning. We just loved Skiles. Everything about them. And even though they're a bro-TP, if they decided to go the other way, then we wouldn't mind.
No. So why do we love Skiles so much?
Well, kind of like Stydia, I think this one's obvious.
Basically, we are the female version of Skiles.
Yeah. Only difference with them being, they've been friends for life. We've known each other for a little over a year.
They are basically the biggest idiots when they are together.
They are complete dorks, they get into so much trouble.
They are morons.
But that's why we love them, and they're us.
Yeah.
They also protect each other in every situation. They're always willing to risk their lives for each other and don't care how much they get hurt or even if they end up dying, as long as the other's safe.
They're the most important people in each other's lives and they rely on each other so much, and it just makes us feel as though we're inside.
It makes my heart explode.
Hashtag friendship goals. So our favourite Skiles scene, which was too hard to narrow down just to one, are
number 1. In Motel California, when Scott was trying to commit suicide, but Stiles tried to talk him out of it, and they basically saved each other, and it was beautiful. Beautiful. Possibly one of the most emotional moments out of the whole show.
Yeah. The next one we want to talk about is another emotional one, and it happened in Riddled. Can you guess what it is? Guess now. Do you think they've guessed?
Probably.
It just happened to be the hug after Sciles had the MRI.
We don't like to talk about it, but it was a beautiful moment. The next one is the most recent one, and it is when Stiles finally gets really angry and kind of has this outburst of anger towards Scott, and he ends up like practically breaking his hand off his Jeep. And Scott doesn't even get angry back or anything. He just takes his hand and he wants to see it, and he heals him, and it's so beautiful. Just the fact that Scott doesn't even respond, but he just wants to help him straight away, and then the look on Stiles' face, he's just like looking at him in awe, like, how do I even know somebody this wonderful?
They held hands! Our next OTP is
Melissa and Sheriff.
When did we fall in love with Melissa and Sheriff, Ciara?
We fell in love with Melissa and Sheriff in episode 11 of season 2 when they were at a lacrosse game, and after Stiles scored a goal, they both gave each other a big hug, and they went kind of as a family to support their sons, which was so cute. And that is what sparked our love.
Why do we love Melissa and Sheriff? They have basically raised their 2 boys together.
They're like one big family. This also shows that they've known each other for years, and they've kind of always been there for each other the way Scott and Stiles have.
They are each other's support systems for anything, basically. And once both of them know about the supernatural, they just go to each other whenever something bad happens.
They are also possibly the sassiest parents I have ever seen. Ever. They're wonderful together, and they're always so sassy with each other, and I think that's kind of where their boys picked it up from, because they're the same with each other.
What is our favourite scene?
It's when they're both under the Nematon at the end of season 3A, because they both know they're in huge trouble and they don't know if they're going to get out if they're alive, and they kind of just laugh and make each other feel better, and it's just really sweet.
So our last favourite OTP is Drayden! When did we fall in love with Drayden?
The moment that we fell in love with them was when she said that she was protecting her investment.
Why do we love Drayden?
Basically, they're badass.
They're also very pretty.
Very attractive. Also, we love that they make each other very happy, because two people who aren't really usually happy, but when they're together they are.
And Derek acts like an absolute child. And also we get some of Tyler Hoechlin's smiles in the scenes with them.
The two of them always joke around together, and they have the best banter.
What was our favourite Drayden scene?
There was one scene in season 4 after Derek had lost his powers and he needed to learn how to fight, so Brayden decided to teach him. He needed to teach him how to dismantle someone's gun, so she decided to do it with him, and they were joking around. Derek being a child. If you enjoyed our video and would like to see more from us, then please subscribe.
And don't forget to hit the like button.
It's right there. Click it, please.
And until next time,
Bye!
So basically, we are the female version of Skiles. She Stiles, I'm Scott. I am Stiles. You're Skiles.
I'm the ship.